Hey guys, it's David Duford at davidduford.com, where I help insurance agents like you become top producing insurance professionals. Today continues our 6-part series on video 3 of how to create and craft an effective, highly closing final expense sales presentation. So today we're actually going to talk about presenting your case to your prospect. Now, it's important to recap where we've been so far in the sales process. You've built rapport. You've established a baseline level of trust, which you've increasingly increased because of the good pre-qualification and fact-finding you've done to figure out that ultimately this person has met your criteria up to this point. The odds are very high at this point that this person is going to buy insurance as long as you don't goof it up in a major way. And what you're going to do in this particular part of the presentation is sell them on why doing business with you is a better deal than doing business with somebody else. So the best way we do this is we do two things. Number one, we use a preponderance of proof. And number two, we not only tell them, but we show them. Okay, kind of they're the same thing, but it's important to understand both. When I say a preponderance of proof, imagine yourself being a lawyer. You're defending your client who's been accused of murder and will end up in the slammer for the rest of his life. It's your job to prove that this client is innocent and you believe he is. You cannot leave any evidence off the table. Everything must be there to show that this client has great character, that he has an alibi, that there's witnesses, that this person that was claimed for the murder is not that person. You need to exhaust every single form of evidence to propose your case to the jury. You wouldn't leave anything off the table if the person's life depended on it, would you? And that's how you have to look at selling your product. So when I say a preponderance of proof, not only do we want to tell them of the competition and why they're not the best choice, we have to show them too. And that's where the preponderance of proof comes in. So how do you do it? Real simple. What I like to do and teach my agents to do in the sales call is to utilize actual copies from our competitors and show them as a process of educating our clients on how these products work and what the pros and the cons are. So for example, I talk about the difference between term life and whole life and guaranteed issue, and I show term insurance carriers, I show guaranteed issue carriers on TV, and I show them the fine print as how they work and what they're going to get into if they decide to go that route. This is a powerful selling effect. And what happens is it cannot be argued that you were hiding anything when you get to this point where you show them in the fine print of your competitors exactly how this works. So it only increases your position, also increases your trust and your authority. People are going to be more likely to believe you when you get to the point of actually selling it. So the purpose of this whole point in the sales process is to position yourself as the only logical choice amongst the few that are out there that they've been well versed in. It overcomes the objection of, let me shop it around and see what other options are. You cannot tell me you're going to shop this around when you see that these products are inferior, and you will be able to show them with complete transparency that the other products are not a good choice for the client. And then the conclusion of the presentation, you trial close them on the concept of what it is that you're selling. So the reason we do this is to get buy-in from the prospect that our product, in this case for burial insurance, whole life final expense coverage, is better than everything else. And we don't do it where we say, this is the best thing, right? We ask them, which one do you think works best? Because our whole presentation has been built on pros and cons of each. They proceed to tell us that ours is best, and then I proceed to ask them, what do you like about it best? And then we hear with their own words why they feel strongly about what we do versus the competition. In a sense, they are selling themselves by saying, yes, yours is the best. Yes, I want yours. And I like it because it's fully covered and the rates never increase. This is the best thing you can hear. This is almost a guarantee that you're going to sell this deal if you hear it, and you need to start saying this. So this is the presentation, and it ends with a positive conclusion of a trial close, which closes out this particular video and eventually will get us into the next step in the next video, which is the close and rebuttaling objections section. So hope you enjoyed this video. Again, there's a lot more to this process as far as which carriers we use, what we say, how we show it to the client, and how we explain and position ourselves in this presentation, some finer details that I teach both agents that work with me as well as those that are in my Insurance Agent Inner Circle program. You can find out more about how those programs work by going to davidduford.com. Look at the links at the top. You'll see both the Inner Circle as well as joining David's agency. Check those out for more information. And if you like this video, please comment below video, thumbs it up, and subscribe. And thank you for watching again. David Duford at davidduford.com. Logging out. See you next time. Bye.